I'm here. Jeez Louise. Oh my God. Okay, I have to make this quiet. I don't know what that is. What's that? This is weird. Okay. All right. So I'm popping on. What's this? Oh no, we're not doing this. Come on now, people. Come on. Really? I call and I email and all this stuff and check it in and then you wait till the last minute. Come on now. I have things to do. And I'm not into this. So, in the healing world, when you're doing healing work, it is very wise as a healer to make sure that when you're doing your healing work, that people who are looking to get the healing work done or asking for the healing work, you work with them, you do your best to meet everybody's needs, gather up your information so that you can do the best, set up the best healing modality for them. Here's the thing. You cannot keep overextending yourself for people when, okay, you're working with one person and then all of a sudden they say, oh, well, now this family member of mine is having this problem. Can you take a look at them? That family member that's having that problem needs to ask for the healing because they're not going to heal if somebody goes in between, unless they are in a coma, unless that person is acting as a mediator for them. That's an entirely different story. I'm talking about people that all of a sudden want to throw somebody else on the list. Bottom line is this: that person has to ask for that healing. It's the same respect. They call the healer up, say, hey, I've been experiencing this. Could you help me with this? And then boom, there's a direct connection. And then there is the conduit of energy that will be coming through to assist that person. So a lot of that old energy of people's habits of how they like to bring everybody else in to do some healing work on, get some healing work done. No. Everybody needs to be asking for their healing work. Okay? Don't be asking for the other person unless they cannot talk for themselves, unless they are in a coma, unless there's something where they cannot do it themselves. If they are an able-bodied person and they can speak, then they have to ask for that. Otherwise, as a healer, you are not obligated to do any of that for anybody. You're not obligated. Okay? So I just wanted to put that out there because as we are moving forward and watching things unfold and how things are coming out and people are, coming into healers, just get ready because I know I've been saying that, but there's been a lot of delays in certain things that were supposed to come out, certain things that were supposed to be done because this wasn't ready yet or this wasn't done yet. So if this has to get taken care of before this can come out and before this can get done. And right now, a lot of situations of trials and yes, boom, boom, executions are going on, that's just the bottom line. So be patient with stuff that is being released because there's just no way around it now. It's just going to happen. So now I'm going to take this time to look at I'm doing an entirely different reading for this week. I have a lot on my plate, and I also have information for people who are witnessing others doing that, okay? And if it's in the family and they're doing this. There's nothing you can do about it. Everybody has free will. Everyone has the right to yay or nay on it. It is not mandatory, nor is it a law, first of all. And what is happening is that FEAR is the controlling factor to get people to do that. So you're watching it play out. Oh, if you don't do it, you can't work here, or you don't do it, you cannot travel, or you don't do it, you can't visit this person, or you don't do it, you can't see this baby. So everybody's using these excuses to manipulate people to do this. And you're going to find out you're doing this for other people for other reasons if you're not doing it for yourself. And if you're doing it for yourself, you're actually taking the time to do the research to find out if that's something your body can handle. I know I can't do it. I'm a 2-time cancer survivor. I know I can't do it. So why would I risk my life? And I know that these beings are not going to try to save it when something goes wrong. They're not going to do anything. They're going to say, oh, well, okay, that's just a side effect. Okay, another statistic. Next, that's exactly what they're going to do. They're not going to compensate family for loss. They're not going to do any of that. Okay, so if you know this going in, then fine. But if you are doing it for the wrong reasons, please do your research, because once that takes place, you cannot undo it. Okay, just saying. So I had to really surrender, knowing that things have already taken place in my circle, in my life. And nothing I can do about it. Plain and simple. Nothing I can do about it. Now I have to just wait and watch it all play out. I don't know which is worse, dealing with all the shenanigans we've been putting up with for the whole year, or the whole 455,000 years. Take that in. How long we've been under oppression of beings, soulless beings, doing this to us. And they just come right back and come up with another creative way to get their way to do it again. If they couldn't get their 75 and their 50 years delay, now they're going to do it this way. Yeah, thank you. So I'm just at a place where, and I know I've been talking to a lot of other people that are feeling the same way. They say, you know, I there's nothing I could do about it. They blah, 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 blah. They did this, they got this, da, 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 and now I have to watch them and just watch. Well, yeah. No, everyone I care about. Yeah. It's mind control, literally. It is really manipulation on the highest level of fear factor. It really is. And my truth is this, and I have to get this out, and I'm going to speak my truth on this, and then I'll go into what my float was like today. If you are a nurse, if you are a doctor, and you know that something is not right and this is causing harm, and you're still participating in it, you're not saying anything because you rather get that paycheck, but you took an oath to do no harm, shame on you. You don't even deserve to be a nurse. You don't deserve to be a doctor. Shame on you. And here's the thing. If you know it's causing any kind of harm, no matter what it is, and you're causing someone harm, how do you sleep at night? How do you sleep at night? How do you lay your head down on a pillow and sleep at night? Because I know when I worked in the nursing field, when I came home, took my scrubs off, took my shower, decontaminated myself or what have you, got in my bed after a long day and laid there, my mind was constantly going with, oh God, did I sign off on this order? Oh God, did I remember that IV, that new order change? Oh God, did I remember to put that order in for Mrs. So-and-so that she's going to have a lab test done this time? Oh my God, I hope so-and-so DC'd the order for this. Oh my God, I hope so-and-so knows that so-and-so is going in for some kind of lab work. All of this stuff. We lay there in our beds going over this stuff in our heads, and some of us don't go to sleep for 2 to 3 hours after you get off of your shift, and we're just laying there going over and over in our heads. Did I do this? Did I do that? Did I do this? Was the patient safe? Was everybody safe? Did I do the right thing? Da, 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 da. Why am I saying this? Because how do you sleep at night knowing what is going on and what you're doing? That's what I'm saying. Others are coming forward and speaking their truth and getting slammed for it. But some of you are just, oh, it's about, we just got to do, and just ignoring it. And you're thinking about your paycheck. I hope that paycheck's worth it at the end of the day. Because your words and what you take an oath on should weigh a lot more than a piece of paper with dollar signs on it. All right, I've spoken my truth. I just need to get that off my chest because things are just flowing, and that's gonna piss some people off. But you know what? I'm speaking truth, and it's true. So yeah, and I got too many people in my world that are nurses that can back this up. So there, I'm speaking for them too. There you go. Anyway. I went downtown I went with a friend who invited me. And I was very pleasantly surprised by this because that abundant writing is really working. If you haven't done it, I hope you have. To do a salt float. And I'm not going to lie, I was a little apprehensive to do it because I was like, okay, how clean is it? Do they clean it? How is the sterilization? I don't want to be getting in something and then something happens to me, blah, 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 And then I just kept hearing Spirit say, just go and enjoy. Just go and enjoy. And I'm like, okay, fine. I'll just go and enjoy. So I went, and they put 50 pounds of these big bags of salt, of medical grade Epsom salt in there. And so I go in. This is why I'm running a few minutes behind, because I had to, capital float. So I go in, and my friend is already starting hers like 30 minutes early. And I was due to start mine at 11. So I go in, and the young man says, hi, are you here for your 11 o'clock, blah, blah, blah. And I go, yes, I am. And says, okay. And I said, you're going to have to tell me how this really works and how this is. You're going to have to really tell me. He goes, okay, no problem. So he walks me around and shows me everything and explains it all to me. And I'm like, okay. And then he says, well, you already have flip-flops on. You're ready to go. So let's go ahead and have you go on in and you have to do your shower. And so I opened up the door to the thing, and he first told me he was going to make the light in there blue. And I said, no. I need purple. I want purple. He goes, okay. I'll make it purple. I said, thank you, purple. So he leaves out. I'm getting all, and I go on to Instagram and I say, hey, you guys, I'm at the float, blah, blah, blah. And I'm, trying to tell everybody I'm at the float, blah, 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 So, and I do a quickie little run through and everything and show the shower and all this stuff. So after I get off of Instagram, I put everything away and I shower up and I opened the door and I said, I feel like I'm stepping into deep 6 beyond the galaxies of time. And I look around and I go, I'm going in now. So I pull the door open and I step in and I'm like, oh, it's nice and warm. And it's a little slick because of the silica, you know. And I'm like, oh, okay, let me hold on because don't need to fall in it. Because he gave me the earplugs to put in. He says, you don't want to get the salt in your ear because it'll give you an ear infection because it's salt, blah, blah, blah. I'm like, okay. So I put my plugs in. And he pointed out on the side, there's this little head donut thing that you can put to, you know, lift your neck up and lay back on it and so that you can float. And I said, okay, fine. So I go in and I'm holding on. And there's a reason why I'm sharing this with you. And you're really going to appreciate it because it's medicine. So I go in and I'm holding on to these handles. And I'm like, let my ass slip in here. Okay. So I start to kind of get situated. And then I'm pulling the door. And as I'm pulling the door, my body is sliding this way. And I'm like, I don't have any brakes. And I'm like, wait. She told me it was only 10 inches of water. Okay, I can't drown in here, thank God. So I push my foot up on the side and I grab the door and I pull the door and I got my hand on the handle. And I said, okay, where's that donut thing? And I get the donut thing and it has a hole in it. And I'm like, oh, okay. And I'm like, how am I supposed to? And then I said, well, I guess I'll be like the Statue of Liberty. I'll just put it on. Put it on. And I'm like, okay, let me ease myself down. Let me ease back. Here's the medicine. How many times in our lives we say we are going to trust and we don't. We say that we're going to let go of whatever it is that's messing with us. We do it maybe a little bit, but not all the way because it's still lingering. So those two factors are hanging on you, okay? So I said, okay. So I guide myself back and I wait till the little donut thing hits the salt, the water, and then I'm like, oh, the water's coming up. Oh, how high is it coming? So it comes up right about here, and I'm like, okay, now go in my eyes. I start talking to the water. Everybody communicate with me. Do not go into my eyes or my nose. And the water just stays right here. Taino name is Niana, means water flowers. So yeah, water's listening to me, loving it. So I hear you, Deb. Stop laughing. So I'm guiding myself back. And this is all you see. Here's my arm out like this. This arm is like hanging on for dear life. I'm going to float. I'm so like, I don't know if I can let go of this rail. What if I just sink down and what if it's not enough salt to hold me up? Oh my God, you know, and all this stuff is going on in my head. And I'm just like, and I'm like, breathing. I swear to God. All this stuff that's happening in the tub, in this room. I'm sorry, I glitched. I had a little dribble. So I'm laughing and I'm hanging on. I'm like, pranayama. And all of a sudden, I hear this, when are you going to let go? And I go, what? When are you going to let go? I'm like, okay, I am now letting go. And I literally hear, just breathe and trust. Trust yourself and let go. And I was like, oh God, this is not the time right now to be spirit slapping me up in this place. So come on now. So I'm like, okay. And I'm like, going to let go. So I stretch out and I'm in the middle, but I still got my hand on the rail. And I hear it again. Let go. I'm like, okay. So I drop my hand down on the edge of the rim of the door on the little ledge. So I got my hand there. And I hear, let go. I said, I'm trying. Stop pressuring me. Under pressure. Dun, 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 dun. So I'm like, okay. So I start kind of drifting out. And then I'm like 4 fingers, 3 fingers, 2 fingers, 1 finger. Now I got the fingernail hanging in it. I'm like, fingernail. I'm like, okay. And then I go, and then I'm floating, and I'm like, but my heart is like, gonna have a heart attack in here because I gotta trust myself and let go. Like, okay. Oh, I'm floating. Oh, okay. Oh, I'm like, all right. And I'm floating. And then I mess up. And I think about Spiral Light. Just a split second. What the hell do you think starts to happen? Kid you not. And because of the way it is, my body is out. And all of a sudden, Spiral Light comes in. And now I'm going like this. And I'm like, no, don't, no, don't. I'm like, and then I'm pressing, trying to stop. I said, Spiral. I'm just relaxing, so please don't spiral me right now in the middle of this. I'm still being one with floating. Let me just be stationary. And then all of a sudden my body goes back like this. Sit back to center. And I'm like, okay. So I start to float and I'm just relaxing. I know. I swear to God. Never a boring moon. I'm not making this stuff up. I don't have a reason to come on here and be making this up. I swear, this is what's happening. So I'm laying there and I'm like, okay, I'm in the moment. I have let go. And I feel the water going. I go, not the eyes. And I feel it go back down. I go, okay, cool. All right, right on. I'm just like floating. And I'm like in the moment. And I'm just like, okay. And the music's going, the drumming's going, and I'm like, yeah. All right. And then all of a sudden it's like, I'm like, I think 15 minutes, 10 minutes, I'm like holding. And I start feeling a little bit nauseous. And I'm like, I didn't eat anything. I had a little bit of juice. And so I kind of sit up. And when I sit up, I'm floating like I'm sitting in a float chair. And I'm like, oh, look at this. I'm still floating like I'm sitting up. Oh, this is kind of cool. My legs are all floated up. And then it finally subsides. And then I go back and I lay back again. And this time when I go back, I go straight into cosmic energy. And I see my beautiful interpretation of the goddess looking down on me saying, well, you finally let go. You finally trusted yourself, and see, you didn't just fall through, you're still up. We got you. You're floating. We have you. And it was like all of a sudden I just felt like stars and the presents and like I was just being cradled just like this, and it just felt so good. And I said, boom, and then I started seeing, some of the places where I go in order to get to some of those timelines, it feels just like this. Like I'm floating and then I'm in those timelines battling it out. So I'm floating and I'm in the moment. Everything's good. I'm communicating, having conversations with God. Body is feeling good, and I'm feeling like my body's like shaking, tremoring, wherever things are releasing. My jaw was like, ugh, and then all of a sudden it went, and I was like, oh, and it just released. And then my neck was like, and then it went, and I was like, oh, okay. So everything's releasing, and I'm feeling good. The knee felt great, my hips, everything, lower back, everything was feeling great. So now it's time to get out. Yeah. All right. So I know it's time to get out. And I'm trying to get myself over to the handle so I can reach for it and pull myself up. And as I reach and pull, I'm going in this direction. I'm like, no, I gotta get out. And then there's this struggle going on. Oh, no. And I'm like, okay, let me see. Let me turn the other way. So I turn the other way and put my hand this way so I can pull up this way. And then I'm slipping. And I'm like, I don't have any traction. And I'm like, oh man, how am I going to do this? And I'm like, I think I'm going to have to go into tabletop positioning and perhaps push up into split downward dog positioning without hurting the left leg. That's the only way I can get out of here. And I said, oh man, if I can't get out of here, I'm going to be trapped in here because I locked that door to get in. And I'm going to have to use a key to get in. I said, y'all better get me out of here. So I grab it, I finally get maneuver, and I said, okay, everybody stop sliding. And everything stopped, and I got gripping, and I pushed up, and I grabbed hold of the door, and I'm like, and then I have to push the door open. All of a sudden, it acts like it doesn't want to open. I said, oh man, is this going to be an Odyssey moment? Like I'm in space, and I got to try to get this door open now, and now it's not opening. So I finally get the door, and I'm like, push it open, and literally I felt myself going, da 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 dun 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 dun, and then I emerge out, dun da da, she has been reborn, da da. And then I go, dun, 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 dun. And I'm like, it's cold out here. I got to take a hot shower. Freezing. So I run over. I go take a nice hot shower. And then it was funny because I said, boy, I hope I got out right at the right time because I don't remember hearing any drum sound that was signaling me to get out of the thing. And I turn around and I hear those water sound. I turn around and the thing was filtering. I said, ooh, so glad I got out of there in time because the water was like, I said, oh, that would have been that would have been messed up. Yeah, there would have been no current was going. Nope. More salt was being done. Nope. Nope. Would have been stuck in there. So I came out and I had a good time. And I was so proud of myself because it was like, wow, I really had to trust myself to get in there and to release and trust myself to just let go of that side because I had fears coming up from swimming where I drowned once and inhaled all this water and I never wanted to do it again. So getting around water has been, I can put my feet in it. I can let it come up to over the knees, but that's it. But to do a bathtub, I know how much water's in the bathtub. I'm not going to drown in there. I got it. So this was like, oh God, I got to do this. And then when I went to go pay for it, the gentleman says, oh, no. Your friend wanted to surprise you. She paid for your float. I go, what? He goes, yeah, she paid for your float. I said, oh my gosh, thank you so much. So I gave her a big hug and told her, thank you so much, for the treat. And she just really wanted me to go with her. And she says, I really wanted you to just experience. I've invited other people and they get to a point and they freak out and then they don't show up. And I said, no, I really was going to go do this because I really, really wanted to push myself to do this, something different. So I just wanted to come on and share that with all of you. So now we're going to dive into the message for the world and the message for United States. So thanks for being patient to listen to me and the floating. I swear, if I could have videotaped myself trying to get out of there, it was a Lucy moment, okay? It was a Lucy moment. Ricky! All right, let's take a look at what's going on in the world. How's everybody feeling? How's those ascension symptoms happening for your body? How's ascension? Whipping up on it. Too much. So let's take a look. We're doing the crystals, universal, and the number cards today. I have a different layout today because I pretty much just want to see just pure on divine, energetic, timeline energy. Because timelines are crossing right now. Oh God. I used to do that all the time. I love it. Prefer true rest and pause. Yes. This one, I was happy that it was thank God it was my own pod. Because can you imagine if I was supposed to share one with somebody and somebody was already in there and I just imagine they would have left. they would have left. Thank God it's a personal pod. Thank God. All right. I come on here and I feel with my tribe of Be So Light. I can come on here and share these things with all of you. Because I'm telling you, I am not making this up. All right. Let's just see energy-wise what's going on in the world. I'm not taking that. There's too many of them. One can jump out, but not all that many. What's going on in the world? Ooh. I feel very, very relaxed. I had to get myself together. I was hungry, so I had to eat a little something before I came on. Ooh. One flew out, and I'm going to put second one here. Oops, you're dancing. Got it. Okay, and what's the anchoring factor? What's anchoring us? True rest are around pause, yes. Yeah, spiral light was trying to come in. And here's the thing, because I thought it, my other friend was in her pod and she started to spiral. She started to spin and she said, okay, this never happens. And I think it's because Felicia is here. And as soon as I said stop, she stopped. She stopped spinning. So I love my spiral light. What can I say? Ooh. All right. Now, last night, and some of you texted me today, was talking about spaceship. Last night, I dreamt that there was a spaceship and several other beings coming to the planet to help with more of the ascension process and getting things taken care of. They were coming to aid us in our help. So what card do I pull for the first part of what we need to look at is the Seven Sisters. The Seven Sisters. I should say sisters. Okay. Number 7. So that is already telling me the Pleiadians are here. What is the outcome of this energy? Your time to shine, the 33 ascending masters, Tejilos, and it is the citrine and master number 333. So there is a time to shine, and that means our light. The action is the rose quartz. We got a lot of 7s going on and 3s. Here's another 7. 7 energy, that 2 and that 5, that love energy is here. And then when there's 2 cards for the outcome, the 1 and 6, the 1 and 5 is a 6 for that sensitivity, that balancing of the self. And then here's another 6. The 2 and 4 is a 6 of wellness. Okay, so you got these 2 6 energies. That makes a 12. That creates a 3, which is the divinity of the feminine energy of what is being manifested. So the wellness and the sensitivity around wellness. What does it really mean for us with the wellness? What is the anchoring factor that we're all dealing with? We got this. Okay, so another 5-5, the adventure. So this is not to say the adventure is like, oh, it's a joyous moment. No, this is still the adventure of what is still being created. We're in a 5-5 that comes to a 10, which is a 1. A new beginning. What's the adventure to come? What's coming? How is it going to look? So I'm going to do another card on this. Not doing that. Okay, fine. Here's one that just jumps out. And the number is 81. That 8 and 1 is a 9, and that is leadership. What is the leadership? So leadership, what kind of adventure is being started from the leadership? So we have support coming. That's already here. It's not coming. There's more coming. We still need to shine our light. So a lot of us need to wake up. We still need the awakening because we have that 3-3, the 33, the 6 to balance that. Then we have the love card, the healing coming in that love and that 7. So these 2, one above and one below, spirit, creation, still holding that energy, okay? And then we have the 2 6s, the 2 6 energies over here, the wellness and then the sensitivity. Yeah, there's the wellness means when you look at this, they're embracing a sword right above their head and piercing into the light, and then it's the heart. And you see this as a form of, I am moving into this light of self. I'm anchoring in this light of self. So that's where we are. It's still an adventure. We have to deal with the adventure and then the leadership. These 2 things happening right here. So here's the deal. We have to keep moving forward. There is going to be, already there's a lot of people protesting, fighting. We have to make a stand. Those of us that are awake, we have to make a stand. We have to do what we need to do to stand in our sovereignty, to stand in our free will, to stand in that what we believe, and to own that. And that's what it's going to take. Keep in mind, these particular beings, their greatest fear is finding out what they have been doing. And a lot of information is being leaked out, which is why this is It's all about our light. It's all about us ascending. It's all about us awakening. It's all about this time right now. Every single one of us are here for this moment right now. I know sometimes we sit back and say, "You've got to be kidding me. What did I drink to get into this position?" But we all signed up to come here at this time to do this battle, because many times before we have tried before and we did not succeed. They found another way to trick us. They found another way to manipulate it. They found another way to do their reset. So now the whole reset thing is this, trying to get this done. So it's another form of manipulation. So if you're not paying attention, you will walk in, and the grandmother, Puerto Rico, I talked to her, she said it's like the movie The Cell, where people, that sci-fi movie where people were being triggered in their cell phone, and then at the very end you see the father and the son along with other people walking around in this circle, mindlessly being controlled by this frequency from this tower. And they were just mindlessly being focused in that. It was just a cell. Just no thoughts, no nothing. They were just being like that. That is pretty much the premise of what's happening, is that flipping of the mind control. So we're not falling for that anymore. And it's a battle. This is fight time. And that's what's happening. So there's going to be a lot of rising up around the world. There's going to be a lot of rising up. And the ones that are speaking up, the ones that are trying to get the truth out, are being killed because they don't want the truth coming out. They don't want things being said. So I'm like, really? Craziness. Hi, Lisa. So absolutely crazy. So now I'm going to look at California. California, here I come. Okay, so here's what the energy that I was getting yesterday when I was taking my bath, and I was getting this message. We have to really pay attention. Those of you that are getting the signal that you need to move, that you need to get out of California, please don't ignore that. Make the preparations. Start preparing yourself to move out of California, because there's something being planned, and it's going to be where it's going to be difficult to get out. Okay, you're going to have a really good reason to get out of California. Okay, that's all I can really say. It was a weird vision, like being controlled, like you can't get out. You have to stay in the state, and it was being sectioned off. So if you are getting that as a light worker and you are being guided to move out of the state, start making your preparation, start asking, where is your true fifth dimensional timeline presence needed? Okay, where do you need to anchor in at? Where do you need to be? Where is in the... Oh my goodness. Oh, I forgot about that. Hey, much love to you. Much love. Everyone send Lisa some love. Love. Thank you from the UK. I forgot. You guys are such ahead of us. I forgot about that. So sorry, I got a late start today. You'll watch the video later. You're going to be laughing your butt off. The first 30 minutes I had to talk about my floating experience. So just don't be drinking nothing. Don't drink anything. All right. Much love to you, Lisa, from the UK. So don't be drinking nothing, Lisa, when you watch the first 30 minutes. So, gotcha. That's the message thing that I was really picking up on and feeling. And I said, ooh. And I can really see that happening, because is another factor of control, is another factor of, pushing things to be longer or what have you. So let's take a look and see what's happening in California. What is that message? Okay, that just dropped down. All right. Oh, it's 2. All right. Okay. Oh, that was 2. This is interesting. 2 across 2. And they're sticking together so it looks like it's 1, but then when I fan it out, it's 2 cards. Interesting. And what's anchoring? Okay. All right. So what I have is 2, 2, 2, 1. Okay. So the anchor factors, the 2 sides to see what is pushing, what is hidden, the message, revealing it. Okay, well, here we go. 39. We got this the other day. Solar plexus. There's that 12. And today we have 3, 21, and then it's 2021. So I kind of just ignored the 20, and it's 21, so 3, 3, 3. But then when you put the 20 in, you get that 11. Okay, 3, 3, 3 is a 9. Then you get the 11. 9, 11. Hidden message. Okay. So now I'm going to look at the single card diagonal from it. Divine Animals 2, 2, 22. Divine Animals. So working with our spirit guides, our familiars, being connected to them, watching the animals, paying attention to the birds, your dogs, your cats, how they're responding, what's happening to them. Pay attention to see if they're becoming ill. Are they having problems breathing? Is there something going on? Paying attention to that. Okay, now I'm going to go up to the top corner, the 2 double cards. How's this playing out? Is a karmic grace. And the energy with this ascending master Cepheus, and it's the clear calcite and 333. Okay, so we got the 333 code. And then because this is dealing with this particular stone, right underneath it, this is a number 19, which is a 10, which is a 1. And then the next card is a 35, which is an 8. But so shall it be. And it's the ascending master Babaji and a diamond. So now you have a clear calcite and a diamond energy working with this. So this is really interesting. So shall it be. So what is our karmic grace? And so shall it be. What are we karmically working through? We have karma. The United States has plenty of karma. And now we're working through this. And I've always been told one day we, United States, are going to be paying karma. Here it is. So down in the bottom, we have a fun card, which is 13, learning to be in our funness. I don't know how that plays out because nothing is fun right now. except for what we create in our own world as fun. But then there is the 15 card of soul healing. So moving into soul healing with this. So I don't know about the fun card part. Fun, I guess, is looking for the fun, looking for inspiration, creating fun. Because when we look at fun, it means we have to find some kind of connection of joy, some kind of healing with that. And then what's the anchoring factor with it? Oh. Okay. And I turned this over and I got a headache. So one is 71, which is dealing with health. And the last card on top of that is a 93, which is dealing with, it's going to come to a happy ending. Well, unless John Wick is around, here in the state of California, just saying, because that would be, in my eyes, a happy ending. Because it would mean the craziness would stop. It would mean that that energy that's been running things of creating this energy would just stop. You know, we would shift out of this illusion. We would shift out of this control factor. So, no, we're still in it. And of course we are. We're still in it. So there needs to be some major shifting. Some major shifting. There needs to be some major shifting. And the reason why I say that is because right now we are at a crossroads of waiting for the shoe to drop. And I don't even think there's enough shoes on anybody's feet for something to drop. So we're waiting for the shoe to drop. But it's been a long time waiting. And everything is working itself out. So lesson today was trusting the self. There's a pride card on top of this. What is our pride? What are we holding on to pride-wise? What is that? And then when I look at how are we doing the fun with the soul healing, get the ancestor card. So we have the pride, then we have the ancestors. So here's the bottom line. We know what's going on. We know the contributing factors. We know how everything is playing itself out. It's almost as though we already know the narrative of the story. We're just waiting for the ending to finally show up because we know how this is going to end. It's going to end good for some, and it's going to end pretty bad for the soulless ones. So because this is a new adventure for all of us on this planet to move into a different way of being, a different way of expansion and awakening, okay, to really step into our true self and to not be oppressed. And the only way we can be oppressed is if you're choosing to be oppressed by your own decree, okay? So those of us that are standing in grace and those of us that are still fighting and we're shining our light, we're moving that, we still have to hold that. We still have to hold that light, that energy. And I know a lot of us are getting tired. A lot of us are over this. We just want the truth. We want truth. Okay, so, all right, lovelies. I was thinking about something. And I was thinking about, and you're gonna have a ha ha moment when I say this. You're gonna go, ooh. Okay, you know how if someone is in trouble and we send out prayer, we all light up our lights and send out prayer to change something, let that person get better, let that person heal. And then they receive that energy, and then their body miraculously starts healing. They pull through the last minute of the dawn, and they awaken from a great tragedy that could have been their last. So with these particular soulless beings, they like to feed off of fear. They enjoy that. That's their whole purpose in life, is to create chaos and fear so they can continuously feed off of it. What would happen, and I want you to think about this, just think about it. What would happen if you gave an energy of so much energy of get off this planet, we don't want you here, you are a terrible being, you don't need to be here anymore, we don't want you here anymore? What would happen if they were overloaded with that energy? I don't think they would survive it, because they're expecting you to be in fear factor. But if you were coming in with that energy of get off this planet is full of too much love and you can't stay here anymore, this planet will not tolerate your behavior anymore, get off this planet, and just focusing it on a person. Y'all follow what I'm saying? On a person. Okay? Kind of talks like that. I'm trying to say it in a very interesting way so you all understand who that person is. So what would happen if that amount of energy was on a constant basis sent to that person? They couldn't absorb it anymore. They would explode. They would just be, they couldn't handle it. They would lose their mind. It would override them. Same as the other one that can't walk up the stairs and get in the plane, calling himself can't even walk right. Because that's not what we're seeing. What if that, which I kind of already think is happening with that person, was sending energy of, who are you? What are you doing? Go take a nap somewhere. What are you doing? Stop this. Get off our planet. So I'm just saying, what if that was an energy we just would hold? It has to shift those beings out. Everyone's saying, oh, give them love and light. No, I'm not giving them my light to feed off of. I can explode and shoot love energy at them to get off this planet. I love this planet. I love my brothers and sisters on this planet, but I don't like you because you've been causing harm, so you get off this planet. So we're pushing this energy to make them take in so much. They can only take in so much, right? So everybody just sit with that. Just think about it. Just think about it. I'm just saying. Just think about it. Okay? I'm just saying. Think about it. Think about it. All right. I'm going to start with Sequoia. And I'm going to pull your card. I'm going to do 3. 1, 2, 3. And I think I'm going to take the number ones out. I'm going to put the new ones. I think I'm going to take this one out. And I'm going to go like this. And this is what feels good. All right. So we have this deck, and this deck. All right, here we go. And then after that, I'm going to be, oh, you're welcome. Deb, and somebody else is in because Lisa had to go to sleep. It's 11 o'clock over there in the UK. She just wanted to come in and tell everybody hi. So I can already tell that my new code that I'm using for my body is taking place. Okay, here we go. Ooh. 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 Dang. All right, are you ready? Here we go. Self-mastery. Number 2, self-mastery. Soul family, 36. That's a 9. What's going on with the soul family? Doing some healing there. Final outcome is going to be number 23, Ascending Master Jesus is in the house. Meaningful sacrifice, code 333. Here we go. So, self-mastery, soul family, meaningful sacrifice. We know what that's all about, don't we? So you're still kind of dealing with that energy, and it's still coming down to what is the sacrifice? And that sacrifice should always come down to the bottom line of this. Doing what makes you happy, not doing for others what makes them happy. Okay? We're not doing that anymore. We're not here to please other people and leave ourselves out of the loop. That's not happening. All right? That's your message. So master the self, which I really like this. If you really look at that top part, looks like a crown. So pretty. Self-mastery. Really like that. And then soul family, that connection to everyone. Your soul family can be the Palladians. It can be, your ascending masters. It could be soul people that you're in contact with here on planet Earth. Your soul family. And then meaningful sacrifice. All right. I just gave you your message of the day. So sit with that and see how that's going to play out. And remember, we're going to do a full moon, finish doing our writing for the full moon, and that'll be next Saturday. And I'll come on once again at 8 o'clock in the morning to get that going. So we're all doing that again. Okay, the next one is, oh yeah, that's right. Yes. Oh, we have so much to talk about after this. Okay, after this. I have a call. And then after that, I'll be getting in contact with you. Okay. So I know you might be busy, but I'll just text you. All right. Next one is Deb. Deb, if you're still in the house. Deb, are you still in the house? Or did you just disappear? Where'd you go? Oh, yes. Okay. All right. And there's somebody else in the house, but they haven't identified themselves. I don't know. I'm over it. You don't say anything. Usually it's people that just want to pretend like they're just sitting off to the side. So. Here we go. Ooh, look at you, look at you. Number 35, crown chakra. What's going on in the crown? Are you feeling a little dizzy? Are you feeling like a headache? Are you feeling a little pressure? Ooh. Let your light shine on me. Number 45. Let your light shine on me. There it is. Number 45. 9. You're going to like the last one. It's so you. Are you ready? Here it is. Number 24. Ascending Master, Mary Magdalene, Aqua Aura Quartz, Divine Alchemy. There it is, Divine Alchemy, 333. There you go. So here's the beauty of it. You have the crown that's going through its ascension. People have been complaining about the pressure and the third eye and all that goodness. And then you have this, what's going on? Well, let your light shine. And it's a 9 energy. And then you have the Divine Alchemy, which is really good. This is nice. This is really, really nice. Okay. So this is all about moving into that divine part of the self and really stepping into yourself, stepping into owning it, stepping into part of that. Okay. That's beautiful. Okay. Any questions? Is everybody good? Perfect. All right. All right. So everyone be good to yourselves. The code that I am using to release timelines of weight is actually really working, and I like this. If you haven't noticed, is 465. And I take that 465 frequency and I make it 1,000. And I utilize that to shift the body memory out of storing up. You have to do a reset on the body. And I'm going to go and teach about that. Probably I'll teach about it tomorrow. But, oh, you're so welcome. Much love, much love. So I just wanted to come on, share with you all about my day at the float and all that goodness, and then come and lay out some cards. Everything is just going to fall into place. It's just a matter of everything getting into place. So once it does, and once the final rip is off, it's going to be, boom, it's going to be just going. There's going to be no stopping it. It's going to be just going. We're not at that point yet. We're getting there, but we're still not there. So just keep going. Keep taking care of the self. I want everyone to work with that cilantro. The cilantro tincture. You can find that through Herb Farm. Get yourself some good cilantro, or either eat it because it really works well with heavy metal detox. Works with upset stomach, works very well with inflammatory issues in the body. It helps to clear out any stuck energy anywhere in the body, helps with neuralgia. helps to control blood pressure, blood sugar. It's amazing. And I was like, wow, I only really knew it for the detox process of heavy metals. But I have been taking it, a combination of Pardiarco, cilantro tincture, the Pardiarcos, and that, and then chickweed. Been taking those three combinations together, and I might throw some dandelion tincture on top of it, if not. But I've been taking that, and it has been amazing, because anyone that's having any problems in the bronchial and you got stuff going on in the throat or what, and that that stuff, you use that and it clears it up. So I was like, wow, this is amazing. So start getting into that and use that and go into that. So I think I'll put that on my Instagram, talk about that on Instagram. So everyone, have a wonderful day. Be good to yourselves. And I will talk to you later. All right. Any questions? Everybody's good? Everybody's good? All right. Much love to all of you. I'll talk to you later. Bye.